Hey guys, it's Mike here, back more Terraria. Now, Josue isn't here again because today he had to go to some event, so he didn't have time to make an episode, but he said he was fine if I continued to work on this project. I didn't tell him what the project was exactly because I want him to be more surprised by it, even though I think he does have an idea about what I'm doing. And who knows, he might be even watching my YouTube videos on it. Anyway, so in the last episode, we furnished up the house a little bit more, the treehouse. So we added walls, we added some furniture. So in this episode, I'm going to continue to work on the house. And one thing that we're going to need are some beds. So I have my bedroom here, and this is going to be Josue's bedroom. Now I found that I didn't have enough cobwebs to make enough silk. So we're mostly going to just try to be farming for some cobwebs and maybe even some ore for Josue. Okay, so let me get out my torches. So I guess a good place to start would be the caves that the living trees produce. Look, there's a chest there. We're gonna get that. See, I don't really have any plans for this episode. I only have some goals, which is just get more cobwebs. Hold on, let me turn down the volume so I don't blow my eardrums out. Ooh, a radar. That'll come in handy. Alright, so I told Josue that I'm not going to try to explore any new biomes. As I said, I might get some ore, but that's about it. Yeah, how you guys doing today? Right now it is 12:16 in the morning, and right now it is the 6th of June, 2025. No, wait, not June, July. It is the 6th of July, 2025. Alright, there we go, some more cobwebs already. Do I have a... No, I don't think I have a wooden broadsword on me. Alright, and I guess I'll also spend this episode trying to get some more ore for both me and Josue. And probably some gems too, in case Josue doesn't have a gem hook already. But yeah, if I didn't say so already, I'm doing pretty well. Sorry about that, guys. That was just like my antivirus program telling me that my free trial has expired, but nah. Alright, let's try somewhere else. So, I don't think Josue has done much mining. Did he get any sand? No. And I said I wouldn't try to explore any new biomes. I mean, collecting sand from the desert isn't really exploring it. See, I guess what I'm trying to do right now is more of the stuff that I would do with or without Josue. Like the stuff that I would do regardless. Which is just building houses. Does this... Okay then, so that does have a few benefits. Just one, which is extra movement speed. But I might as well keep it in there for now. Maybe I could even set up a small fishing farm, because that's something I would do, like, regardless of Josue being here. Like, I guess the things that I would do with Josue are things like exploring new biomes. Because he said that he's basically fine if I work on games alone while he's gone, as long as it's not too much. I'm going to save exploring for together for like when he's here. I could also try to get him a few power-ups. Alright, but the main thing I'm after is cobwebs to get silk so I can make beds. And I think now would also be a good time to expand the house a little bit more. Since it's nice, but I think we can make it better by adding more rooms. Alright, nothing up there. And I should probably look before I leap. I will get the silver though. I think this is where, yeah, that's where slime got me on, I think, the first episode. But I'm better now. And I have Abigail, and I have my boomerang. So it's easier to take care of those slimes. Yeah, I don't think they can get me. Especially not with Abigail swarming them. Silver is... I normally don't get silver because, like, my logic before was that if you're getting silver, you might as well just get gold. Because gold is stronger. However, like, now I come to realize it might actually be better to get silver over gold. Hey, look, the dye trader has life, probably because I picked up those blueberries. So I always used to think, like, why not just get gold if you're going to go to silver? But gold is not really that common. And silver is just a little bit below it, so it might actually be worth it to get silver. Oh. Alright. So disarm that boulder. And look at that, more gold. It always feels like when you need something the least is when it shows up the most. Yeah, this will get Josue a little powered up. Because in the first episode, he was exploring the desert. And I know that I've been saying, like, Josue is... I'm playing with Josue, but hopefully he should be back in the next episode. Yeah, because... Don't worry, I named this series Mike and Josue Play Terraria for a reason. Ow. Alright, heal up. Wait, what potion am I using? Just a lesser healing potion? I'll disarm this. Yeah, like silver ore, as I said, if I didn't say it before, it's more common than gold, so might not be too bad. And plus, it'll definitely be better than iron armor, and I just committed molecular manslaughter. Wait a minute. I've already been here. Hold on, let me turn off my lamp. Alright, it should be easier to see now. Can I also turn off my bedroom lights? Not sure. Oh, and I did mention in the first episode, and maybe some episodes after that, but I've been getting into the 3DS versions of Terraria. Hold on, am I actually recording? Just a second. Okay, yes I am. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be seeing me think that, or like, whatever. Uh, Guess I could use this sickle. Yeah, we're not really gonna need any more lead, since we've already got an anvil. And lead tools are only a marginal upgrade. Like, did I mention this already? Hopefully I'm not sounding like a broken wrecker, but unlike the 3DS version of Terraria, I've also been getting into the Xbox 360 versions of Terraria, and just like the 3DS version of Terraria, the Xbox 360 version is also very different. Now, my Xbox, I could update it. However, I've decided that I'm not going to update it because I want to be able to keep playing those old versions of my favorite sandbox games, Minecraft and Terraria. Now, Terraria on the Xbox 360 version, like the original version, that was update 1.1, and it was a very different version of Terraria. It was Terraria before a lot of different things, like, I don't think there were gem hooks. Uh-oh. Take out that jellyfish. Hey, look, diamonds. Maybe in a chest we'll find some platinum, so Josue can make a diamond staff. And look, a lone piece of gold ore. Hey, a chest! Do I have any... No, I was hoping that I would have some explosives on me, but nah. So we're gonna have to mine this up by hand. And really I should save any bombs or dynamite for the corruption. Hey, did I find my first house? Actually, no, that wouldn't be the first one. It would be the second one. Hey, still good. Expecting it to be a little bigger, but whatever. At least I got a chandelier and some statues. A magic mirror. Nice. Got him. You normally don't think about those worms much, do you? You normally just, like... They normally just get into the fire line of your pickaxe. But in the early game, they can be a bit annoying. Alright, more gold. I think this was territory that I mapped out before. But, like, more just zoomed past it because it was a lot to try to get in one mission. But hey, we're getting it now. So yeah, I wonder what I could talk about. Oh yeah, how I'm doing on like the Xbox 360 version of Terraria. Like, it's definitely pretty hard to power up because there aren't a lot of caves and there aren't a lot of natural chests. So it's pretty hard to get loot. And also, the Xbox 360 version of Terraria, along with the old mobile versions and the 3DS versions, had very different enemies. And they also added in some new enemies. And they were completely broken. Like, they really made it harder for players to get started. And look, some explosives, some bombs. Dang it, what could I discard? Guess I could discard these mushrooms. And this dirt, and this raincoat. And these blueberries. And this dart trap. I can always come back to this chest later. Gotta pick up every little bit of ore that I can find. Because we're going to have to eventually venture into the jungle and the corruption. Now, the corruption is a little easier than the jungle. But it's still not particularly easy. Okay then, so it takes 4 gold ore to make 1 gold bar. So that means, let's see, so that'd be 30 and then 33. Hold on, I have a calculator near me. Let me just check that. Yep, 33. With a remainder of 3. So, 1 goal was definitely accomplished. Enough cobwebs. Am I going into the desert? Or is this just a ton of sand? Maybe it's just a ton of sand. Hey, that reminds me of something. One time I can't remember if it was on the PC or on the phone. I think it was on my phone. Basically, I encountered a surface desert biome, yet there was no sand. So it was all... Well, another death. What does that make so far? 5? Can't quite remember. I have to maybe keep like a sticky note somewhere to keep track of all my deaths. Wait a minute, I think... Oh look! An Abigail's flower! So I could have this one. I'll just get rid of this lone dirt block. Sorry, Josue, but I'm having this one. You're getting this one. It just flashed white for me, guys. Like, not sure if you guys saw it. I think the nurse can tell us how many times we died. No, does she actually tell us? Turn your head and cough. Tell me where it hurts. I wonder if she actually tells us how many times we've died in the world. Oh yeah, she does. So that is 5 deaths so far. So, what you again? Feels like I see a lot. Let me check your chart. Yep, you've been slain 5 times. So she does tell us. Oh yeah, yeah, isn't that fortunate? Josue gets to have his own Abigail's flower. And it's natural that I would want the more stronger one, especially since he knows that I'm more of the summoner. Alright, so you know what? That would actually be a good place to get some sand for some windows. So now I could finally wake up inside the house instead of outside. Now, where's that wood? Guess I could take this little bit. I guess I'll need just a little bit more wood. Maybe this flash tree should do. Alright, that definitely seems like a lot more damage. Alright, so this right here is going to be for things like building. I'll just rename this. Building materials. So I'll need a loom so I can make some silk right here. So I'll just place it down here. I think I just need 10 silk. Just enough to make 2 beds. Oh, and a sofa too. Alright, and 2 beds. So 5 silk each. Alright. Now my spawn point is set, and let's just check. Alright. Now I'm gonna give some things to Josue. So he could have this caught in a bottle. Wait. So he can have this caught in a bottle and the Abigail's flower. Alright, how much silver do I have? Less gold. Less than the gold, wow. Alright. Now I can craft us some better pickaxes. I have 35 gold with me. I guess Josue could have the hurtful one. And I'll take this large one. And I'll keep this copper axe for something a little more special. And now there's a sofa in the living room. Now would probably be a good time to increase the storage room even more. Do I still have those living chests? I actually don't think I do. Let's see how well Abigail does against the slime. Much better. And hey, I got some gold. And I can also buy a piggy bank. No, I actually need to talk to the merchant. Boy, that sun is hot. I do have some perfectly ventilated armor. No, you don't, do you? No, you don't. You don't have any armor. Oh yeah, I forgot, I do actually still have a piggy bank. Okay. So, now it's time to get organized. So, I'll rename this to furniture. Then statues. Is that how you spell statue? No, it's not. Statues. Or gems. Maybe I'll have a chest in the kitchen dedicated for food. And since there's some vegetation on it, it does fit somewhat. Maybe that could be an extra storage room. So yeah, just so you know, this does not count for potions, okay? So only real drinks. Like milk and stuff. So yeah, no shine potions. So, +1, in case you're watching this video, take note of that, please. I do honestly wonder what those potions do taste like. Can't imagine they taste too nice. I could probably craft some more chests. Well, time to get organized. Alright, this will be mob drops. Probably start organizing now before I actually then, like, craft more chests. Could you please get out of the way? Oh, I'll actually put ores and bars in here. Oh. I can't go back. Just gotta avert everything. Let's see, this will be herbs. Oh yeah, I need those lead bars. So I'm gonna need, let's see, 10 chests on each row, so I could have 14, not 14, 13 more. Put mob banners here. Potions. Maybe the bottom storage room could be for things like weapons and stuff. So they're more hidden. I'm not sure when this was added to PC, but if you were to click this, it'll place all the loot you have into any chest with that same loot in it. But the 3DS version also has something similar to that. You also I'll put boss summons. I'll just put you know what, I'll put this. Nope, gotta use an ampersand. So the NPCs can jump on platforms, but not on ropes. And maybe like our dressers could be for things like vanity, so we don't have to have a dedicated chest for it. So boss and event summons. So I'll put miscellaneous materials in here. Okay. Paintings. Decorations. You know what? I'm going to just organize all this stuff first, and then we're going to call it quit. Since I think this video is a little longer than I intended it to be. So yeah, I'm just going to organize everything, and then we're going to call it quits here. At least I got the beds now. In the next episode, hopefully Josue will be there by then. I could actually, like, maybe expand the house a little bit more. Yeah, I guess this wasn't really about expanding, more just about maybe finishing touches. Oh yeah, and I can also use my magic mirror. I could put cobwebs and miscellaneous materials on silk. Now, let's get back to the original hut. Alright, so nothing that we can quick stack yet. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So it's time to start organizing. So yeah, this is a moment where we can more just relax. Maybe this could even be like ASMR in a way, even though I'm not whispering. And recall potions will count for those potions, even though they aren't really buffs. And they become useless once you get a magic mirror. I think really the only use that a recall potion has, once you get a magic mirror, is creating a hoik system for the dungeon guardian. Basically, like, you create a hoik around the dungeon, like inside the dungeon entrance, and then you use a recall potion to get back quickly, and then you start hoiking, and then you use like summons or boomerangs to defeat the dungeon guardian easily. So it could just go AFK for a bit. Okay, alright, I guess plants could go here. So these aren't really herbs, more just regular plants like acorns. Even though that's more of a seed, but whatever. Also, mushrooms also go in there. I wonder where ropes could go. Maybe, maybe they can go in decorations, even though they are also tools. Oh wait, no, that should go in mob drops. Bottles could go in decorations. Alright then, well, I think that's a pretty good organization system for now. What else could I add? I guess I could go on the wiki to try to find some more things, because I'm not sure if tools would fit here. Again, like, they would be best fitted with the weapons and armor, which should probably be used for that space down there. So yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. I had a ton of fun, like, farming those materials, and hopefully Josue will be back next episode, and we'll be able to farm some more materials together. And maybe even get some better armor. I guess I'll just take off this raincoat for now. I'll place it in here, since it is kind of like clothing. It's just a coat, but whatever. And I should probably get a Flink's fur coat sometime soon, probably with Josue. Alright then. So yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!